Welcome to Rock Your Block. I am your host, Trudy Richardson, and with me is my co-host, Edward Richardson. Joining us on today's segment of 495 Metro is makeup artist Naia Richardson. She is my makeup artist, and each month she provides me with a fabulous look. Today, we will share some beauty tips and techniques for women. And men, don't touch that doll. She has a few tips for you too. Since our show is about helping our viewers to live the life they were meant to live by being the persons they were meant to be, having healthy-looking skin is in keeping with our motto. Great skin care should be important to everyone, seeing how it is the body's largest organ. It serves as a protective barrier between you and your insides while acting as a filter. Improper skin care can lead to unhealthy skin that is susceptible to disease, infection, and scarring. How your skin looks and feels can affect every aspect of your life. So let's find out from Naia what she feels is a great skin care regimen.
Okay, well, basically, to start off with a skincare regimen, you're going to need to cleanse your skin. And I find that a basic cleanser works best for everybody because it takes into account the fact if you have really sensitive skin. But something that's really important for skincare that I know a lot of people don't use is SPF. And that's actually going to create a barrier between your skin and environmental pollutants, as well as, sun rays, which can cause premature aging, as well as skin cancer, which is actually on the rise right now.
And when you say the SPF, is that in your exfoliant, your cleanser, your moisturizer, or you just get it in your cleanser?
Typically, the SPF is going to be in your moisturizer, but if you don't like a moisturizer with SPF and you're a woman, you can use like a foundation or a beauty balm, and that will have SPF in it for you.
I know that most men, when you talk about skin, they kind of poo-poo it and think it's for women. But how important is it for men to take care of their skin as well as, we women do?
I mean, wrinkles and age spots and acne and everything is definitely something that you can get whether you're a woman or a man. So I would not suggest, not taking care of your skin. I can understand if you're not, going to do the eye creams and the face mask, but definitely basic cleanser, moisturizer with SPF, and you're good to go.
So for men, getting up every day, just throwing on some soap in the shower is not really going to protect your skin or enhance it or keep you from age spots.
Wait a minute, you're giving away all my beauty secrets.
No, definitely not. And I also would not recommend using the same soap you use on your body, on your face. It can really dry out your skin, and if you've ever noticed that your skin feels really tight when you get out of the shower after you wash your face, it's because whatever you're using is way too dry for you.
For your skin?
Yeah.
So you mean the tightness that I feel on my face when I
not
get
a
out
good
of the shower
thing.
is not a good thing.
No.
For all the guys out there who want to be macho about this thing, we want to have great looking skin.
Yeah.
We want to be attractive, to our spouses and our significant others and everything. Yeah. Tell us a little bit about your skin regimen. What you do? You have beautiful skin, and tell us a little bit about what you do.
Well, I actually have a really sensitive skin, so right now I'm on this really strict regimen, and it's a product that I bought online, and it's basically just a cleanser, a treatment, which is basically if you ever get a pimple or anything, and a moisturizer, and that's just 3 basic steps, easy to do. It's not a whole bunch of other things involved because I myself don't want to have a skincare routine with 15 different creams and lotions because I feel like the more things you put on your face, the more likely you are to have irritation.
Now, if people, if I as a guy wanted to find out more about how I could take better care of myself, do you have a website?
You can actually contact me through my website, which is styleseat.com/Naia Richardson. And I actually offer, makeup and skincare lessons and information, tutorials and things like that. So if you're interested in that, you could just contact me. You could talk more about it.
Now, I've got a real tough question for you, all right? A real tough question. And
okay.
As a co-host, I hope I have permission to ask this question.
Okay.
Where did you study? What makes you an expert about skincare?
Well, I actually didn't go to any type of school or anything like that to learn about makeup. I did go to the Aveda Institute in Washington, D.C., but that was more for hair care and stuff like that. I got into makeup really, really early in life since I was like a baby, and I really got into it when I was allowed to wear it, which is when I was like 13. So from that point on, I kind of did my own research, trial and error, and figured out what worked best for me and sort of went about it that way. And I definitely think that learning by experience is a great way to do things because, you know, it's your own personal experience. You're having to go through it and, you know, figure everything out from step one, so.
So as a guy, now that I know a little bit about where you got your experience from and that kind of thing, but as a guy, what would you recommend to someone like me, you know, even younger guys, middle-aged guys, older guys, what are some of the basic things that we might be able to do to look our best?
I don't really advocate, you know, a man wearing like a full face of makeup if they're not comfortable with that.
No.
Which, you know,
Not necessarily.
from a woman's point of view, you know, that's how we look our best is, you know, we put on a full face of makeup. But for a man, really just basic skincare, you know, making sure that you're sticking with a skincare regimen, washing your face, you know, morning and night, moisturizing, and applying that SPF. SPF's definitely going to be like the best thing for you to make sure that you look your best because it's going to help prevent redness, it's going to help prevent blotchiness, it's going to help take away any like discolorations, brown marks, you know, hyperpigmentation that you might have, but it's also going to help prevent your skin from aging prematurely. So SPF definitely.
So I know there's a lot of information out there about like soda and sugary snacks. Do you feel that they affect your face, and is water important for drinking to have good skin?
Yeah, water definitely is important. It keeps your skin hydrated. You know, it keeps it bouncy and young looking rather than like tight and dry. As far as like food goes, I don't really know if I would say that there's specific foods that are linked to, you know, specific skin problems. I definitely think that it's all about how you take care of your body in general. I mean, if you're eating, you know, a crappy food all the time, then of course you can expect that that's gonna, you know, what goes in your body comes out and it's gonna come out on your face. But I wouldn't say that someone who, you know, drinks soda and gets a pimple that it's, you know, linked to a sugary soda. So.
And I know you're a big exercise buff, and there's a lot of people who exercise, and when we exercise, we sweat and, you know, oils come out. What do you suggest that you do immediately after you exercise to protect your skin, or is there anything you can put on your skin before you exercise?
You can definitely take the steps to steam your face after you exercise. I mean, most of us take a hot shower after we exercise, so that's really easy to do. All you do is, you know, stand in the shower, let your pores open up, and just wash your face. So that's pretty simple. And as far as something to do before you go to the gym, I wouldn't really recommend putting too many things on your face because that's an opportunity for your skin to breathe. And so when your pores open up, you'd rather have things coming out of them rather than sweat and other products, you know, going back in.
And so one last question. I think I have one last question before we have the break. Are there any home remedies that you suggest to do to cleanse or exfoliate or moisturize your skin?
Yes, definitely. My favorite thing to do is I take about a tablespoon of honey and about like a quarter tablespoon or teaspoon of non-iodized sea salt and mix those together and makes a really, really nice like exfoliating mask that basically leaves your skin really glowing and takes off all that dead skin that you get in the wintertime. So I like that a lot.
So for it being wintertime, I guess one of the important things is to find a good moisturizer because
Yes.
I know I find I'm very drying even with the moisturizer that
Right.
I'm using. So what should be in the moisturizer that would make it a good moisturizer or ingredient?
You definitely want to stray away from anything that, if you have really like oily skin, you want to stay away from anything that's oil-based. If you have really dry skin, then you're going to want to use an oil-based product. So right now, I'm using a moisturizer that's water-based, but that's just because that's what came with the specific system that I'm using. So to enhance the moisturizer and basically help my own skin, I add in organic jojoba oil. And that's something that I feel like is really, really moisturizing. And not only can you use that on your hair, but you can use that on your face and your nails too.
Face and nails too. So when you talk about a skincare regimen, how long should you use a product before you can say yes it's working or no it's working, would you say?
I would definitely give it a good 2 weeks. And if you feel like your face is really irritated, if you are getting unexplained breakouts or you feel like your skin is hot to the touch, definitely would stop using that product immediately. But a lot of times when you start using a new product, your skin's gonna break out a little bit just because it's getting used to you know, putting something completely new that's never experienced on your skin. So I definitely would say on average, give it about 2 weeks. If you really don't see a difference in your skin, then you can always switch it up.
So even if you don't have any breakouts or acne or whatever, you still suggest that you still follow a skincare regimen, and once you find one that you can use, that you stick to it.
Definitely. But it's also always good to kind of mix things up. You don't want your skin to get too used to a product that you're using because it's not going to work anymore. But that's more specifically for people who have issues with, you know, acne or sensitivity. But the best thing that I can recommend that you do if you're a woman and you wear full face of makeup, always use a makeup wipe before you cleanse your skin because it's hard enough to get all the makeup off when you're just, you know, washing with your hands. So by adding in a makeup wipe, you're definitely going to take away from how hard you're going to have to scrub your face, which also will decrease the amount of wrinkles and things that you get from doing that.
So we're about to have to take a break. So for those guys out there who thought this program was not for them, what is the site that they can go and ask you questions about skincare again?
So that's going to be www.styleseat.com/Naia Richardson.
Okay.
And I think that we're going to be showing that on the caption too, her website. When we come back, I'd like to talk to her about some of the shows and things that you've done, because you've actually got quite an accomplished career going. So I'd like to talk to you a little bit more about that.
All right.
Stay tuned. We have to take a short station break, but we will be right back.
Channel 10 doesn't have ratings and we can't read your mind. The only way we know that you're watching is if you tell us. Let us know you enjoy a show on Channel 10 by leaving a message on our viewer comment line. It's a local call and you don't have to leave your name. Thank you for supporting local television.
Welcome back. You are watching today's segment of Rock Your Block and 495 Metro. Our special guest is Naia Richardson. Her company is Makeup by Naia. And in the last segment, we were discussing skincare regimens. During our last 13 minutes, Naia will share a few shortcuts to give yourself a quick makeup look. Okay, Naia, when we left, my co-host here, Ed, was asking about some things that you've done
Okay.
in the world of makeup.
Yep. Well, the biggest thing that I've done so far is I did makeup at New York Fashion Week for the Couture Fashion Week shows. I was working directly with Tarek Abbas, and he's actually at the time, he was the lead director at Lancome. So he was the makeup artist for Julia Roberts and Eva Longoria and things like that. So it was really exciting to basically not only see him creating looks in front of us, but collaborating with him on models, which I did a few times while I was there. So that was exciting.
So was it stressful doing models that were coming in and out? And how many models did you do, say, in an hour?
In an hour, there were a lot, probably like 4 or 5 per hour. And there was men and women. So, you know, it's pretty difficult. That was the first time I ever really did anything like that. So I wasn't exactly prepared for how intense it was going to be. I wasn't prepared for, you know, all the different skin types and tones and textures, and I definitely wasn't prepared to put makeup on men, but I was a fast learner, and Mr. Abbas was a great teacher, so I had a lot of fun doing it.
Mm-hmm. Is it different putting on makeup on men than on women, or is it the same?
It's a lot different, actually. It's a lot less heavy-handed, and, you know, it's all more about making them look like they don't have makeup on, which, you know, typically you don't want to look like you have makeup on, but you know what I mean. Men really don't want to look like they have makeup on.
So you didn't do eye makeup or lipstick on?
I did actually. for 2 of the shows, the men had to wear eye makeup. So, I mean, that was what the fashion director chose. So,
Say, and for me, being in the world of makeup, having doing the show and having used you as my makeup artist, it amazes me that for the look that I have and the look that you give me, that I thought that this and what you do for yourself takes like 10 or 15 minutes. But it doesn't, because there are so many steps. But there are a lot of women who go to work every day, who are moms, who, you know, they want to try and look their best. What is something quick that they could do to, you know, look their best, but, you know, without having to spend an hour?
Okay, so there's definitely a few things that I can tell you that's going to make you not only look your best, but feel better about how you look. Because I know Monday morning when you wake up, it's definitely not fun to have to worry about whether or not you're going to have time to put makeup on. So the first thing that I can suggest to you is definitely a beauty balm or a BB cream or CC cream, which is a color corrective cream. But both of those things they provide coverage like a foundation. They give you a primer, it's a little bit of a concealer, it comes with SPF, it's gonna smooth out your lines and your wrinkles, make your pores look smaller. It's basically an all-in-one beauty holy grail, and you can put it on really quickly with your fingers. You apply it like you would your moisturizer. So it takes maybe like 2 seconds to put it on, and you're gonna have a completely evened out skin tone and a perfect base all in one step. So that's the one thing that I can say. If you can't put on anything else in your day, definitely you'll feel a lot better when you put that on. Another thing I can recommend for women is a cream blush. I just recently started using cream blush and I'm obsessed with it. It's so natural looking, it blends into your skin, it gives you a perfectly natural, healthy flush, and it's easy to apply because, again, you can apply that with your fingertips, so that's something quick you can do on the go. Another thing that I would recommend is mascara. That's going to help bring some attention to your eyes and really make your eyes stand out and pop and make you feel like you have at least a little, you know, flirty lashes going on, which, you know, who doesn't want that? I'm not talking to you.
Flirty lashes, huh? Wow, what a concept.
And the cream blush, also going back to the cream blush, you can use that as a lip gloss or, you know, like a chapstick kind of thing. You can apply it to your lips to give it like a natural tint, and you're automatically going to feel more pulled together because your cheeks and lips are going to be matching. So those are some really quick and easy things you can do in the car, on the go, wherever you are. It takes 2 seconds, and you know, you'll automatically feel better and more glamorous.
So what does it do for you when your cheeks and your lips match?
It just, like, for example, I don't want to, you know, go to a whole nother level, but when you're getting dressed in the morning, you always feel more put together if you have on like matching bra and underwear. You know, it just feels more put together. It matches. It seems like you actually made the effort to try to put yourself together. So that's a good thing about that.
Now, when you apply makeup, is it better for you to use your fingers, sponges, brushes?
All of them. All of them. They all have a use, trust me. I definitely wouldn't want to try to do an eye look like yours with just my fingers, but if you had wanted to do just foundation and cream blush and cream bronzer, then, you know, I can do all of that with my fingertips. But, you know.
Can I do that with my fingertips? Can I put on a bronzer?
Sure, if you wanted to do that. If you wanted to do that, you could. But, you know, if you want something like, if you wanted to fill in your eyebrows, you know, get a really nice like cat eye going, you're gonna need a brush for that.
Cat eye, I need that. Yeah.
And a sponge is also great. It really helps blend. If you're someone that's new to makeup and you're not really quite sure how to blend things with your fingertips, a sponge is definitely great, but you have to make sure that your sponge is wet when you're using it, because if it's dry, it's gonna just soak all the product off, so you're gonna feel like you're not doing it properly.
So the next time that we come, we have to go and makeup shop for you and show men how they can.
I'm perfectly okay. I have this no makeup look going that our guest says that is really good for guys. It's okay for us.
We'll get you a good moisturizer.
But you know, men can use mineral makeup if you have something, you know,
what's mineral
important
makeup?
going on. It's makeup that's made from minerals, so it's not going to be powdery or cakey on your face. It really blends seamlessly into the skin, and it doesn't transfer onto your clothes or anything like that.
Let's talk about that a little bit. Let's talk about this mineral makeup, because I sense there are a lot of guys, all nationalities, colors, always, you know, we want to look great. The whole theme about our show is, you know, becoming the kind of person that you were meant to be so that you can live the kind of life you want to live. And you're going out on a job interview, you're meeting someone on a date, you know, you want to look your best, you know, and so, you know, guys are not going to sit there and do all this.
No. And that's the great thing about...
What's this mineral thing that you're talking about? This is interesting.
Well, mineral makeup is, I don't know, well, you obviously haven't heard of it, but I know you've heard of like Bare Minerals, Bare Essentials. It's makeup made all from, you know, natural earth minerals. It's in a powder form, but it doesn't go on really heavy. It goes on kind of like a veil over your skin. So it's not gonna, you know, settle into your lines. It's not gonna transfer onto your clothes. It really just helps to even out your skin tone. It really blends seamlessly. And the best part about it is, there's a really great advocate for this for men. His makeup artist's name is Wayne Goss, and he has a beard, and he wears makeup every day. And what he really likes about mineral makeup is that it doesn't get into his beard. So it doesn't get into his facial hair, which, you know, for men is important because that would be a dead giveaway.
Well, see, here's the thing, you know, and just to go out on a limb a little bit here, men, where there are things that men do now that, you know, years ago, you know, men wouldn't do.
Absolutely.
And you know, there are all kinds of fashion trends that are out there. We don't have to name them all.
Right.
But I think, to my way of thinking, there has to be a skincare regimen for men, because you have men out there that do have uneven skin tones, or maybe, you know, early in life they got scarred because they were, you know, had acne or whatever, and they want to look their best too. They want to be attractive, you know, and so forth. So I think this mineral kind of thing is really important. Plus, you have people who have had accidents in life, and, you know, makeup can be a great thing to help them feel confident.
Yes,
you know,
definitely.
as they go on with life. So the reason why it comes to my mind is because I remember Halloween, which is a lot of people's favorite time of year, and I think if people go to your website, they'll see some Halloween stuff that you do, because I know one of your dreams is to get into the movie industry, where you're doing that kind of special kind of makeup stuff, and I've seen some of your work, and it's great.
Yes.
So you know, I don't want our guys to go, oh, you know, this is not for me, you know, because, you know, all your male actors and everything, they wear makeup. They wear makeup
at all times.
So I mean, you know, me personally, I probably tone it down a little bit because I'm just a little bit old school, but you know, I want to look
Decent.
nice and everything. Yeah, absolutely. I might try that.
And even a tinted
a
tinted moisturizer is something that men can use, because that's really
a tinted moisturizer.
So basically, it's going to be a moisturizer. It's going to have SPF in it, but it's going to have just a tiny little bit of color. So basically, it's going to help to even out your skin tone. It's going to make you look nice and fresh, but it's not going to be too heavy.
A tinted moisturizer.
Right.
Does that work for all skin color types and everything?
Yeah, it does.
Where can we find these wonderful things?
Oh my gosh, there's so many places.
Can I go into a quote unquote drugstore and find it?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
You can go into a drugstore and find a lot of products, but personally, I don't love drugstore products. I mean, they're great. They have great formulas, but their shade range is very limited. So you might find, you know, you might think you found the perfect match, but there's another bad part about drugstores. You can't try it on while you're there. So you can get home, and then you have the completely wrong match, which happens to me still, and I know how to match myself. But
so really, our audience, if they want to know more about how to do that, they should probably drop you an email or something to get a little bit more,
Or even if you want to just get a good idea for yourself, you can definitely just go into any type of Sephora, MAC, or wherever, and have them match you for them. That will be a lot easier for you to take that color into a drugstore and find a perfect match.
Beautiful.
But definitely match it to your chest and not your neck, because your neck's going to be lighter than the rest of your body. So
Right.
So match it up. So we're having to wind down now, and our show's coming to an end, but if you would say that your website address one more time for us.
Okay, so that's going to be www.styleseat.com/Naia Richardson. Naia is spelled Naia.
And for those who don't have a pencil or whatever handy, we will put a link on our site, 495metro.com, and they can find out more information.
Cool.
Absolutely.
And maybe, you know, next time we'd love to have you back, and you can come and you can sit and show people how you apply my makeup. I'll come bare-skinned and show the transformation.
Yeah.
So. Well, in closing, Naia, it's been a pleasure to have you on as our guest.
Thank you.
We thank you for sharing with our viewing audience how to keep our skin healthy. And if you wish to contact Naia, her web address is www.styleseat.com/Naia Richardson. As I said, Naia, we'd love to have you on again. Remember, today is a good day to start living the life you were meant to live so you can be the person you were meant to be. And so, in keeping with that, start your skincare regimen.